Well, hi everyone. I'm delighted that you're here. Thank you for joining me on the webinar on how to look younger for the holiday seasons, shed 15, 20 years, and have more energy to be able to do all of the things you need to do during the holiday season, take care of all the tasks, and have it just run smoothly without having to wear foundation and makeup to look younger and cover any blemishes, without having to, uh, I don't know, take some kind of a sleeping pill so that you can get to sleep and get more energy, or without having to resort to caffeine, like cup after cup after cup after cup of caffeine. I'm talking about grounded energy and good focus and a really good mood and lowered stress, because that's one of the things that the statistics recently, since 2009, the stress has just shot up like crazy. Imagine if you were in a family reunion, a family gathering, or the office party or whatever, and people came up to you and said, what is it? Have you lost weight? What is it that's so different about you? You are looking fabulous. And they had no idea why. Even one of my girlfriends, they thought that they had operated on her eyes because her eyelids were growing down over her eyes. And she started using some of this, what I'm going to be sharing with you, and it just went and sucked her eyelids back up. It was amazing. I could show you a picture of that. Check this out. Well, what would it be like if nothing fazed you, if you didn't get upset by all of the little things that go wrong and all of trying to juggle 50,000 things at the same time during the holiday season? What would it be worth for you to feel better and more grounded and incredibly wonderful? We're going to discover some things as to exactly how that can be done on this webinar. Stick around, because really I'm feeling the holiday spirit. I have a gift for you at the end of this, and I have some wonderful surprises that are going to be so interesting. So really, first, just as a quickie, I'd like to just explain what happened to me and why I'm so enthusiastic about sharing this with you. The reason I'm so enthusiastic about sharing this with you is 4 years ago, I became sensitive to Wi-Fi, okay, to cell phones, electromagnetic radiation, all that kind of jazz. I mean, this is after years of designing computer systems and so on. It was like, what? I mean, huge shock. I didn't even think that was real. So I was extremely surprised when that happened to me. But literally, I would look in the mirror because I had to go pee about 15 times during the night. I'd get up, I'd look in the mirror, and my face was aging in front of my eyes, literally. And I thought, how is anybody ever going to follow my advice and so on as the longevity rescuer when I look like the Wicked Witch of the West? It was just crazy. And then a couple of years later, my soulmate moved to live with me in November and proposed marriage in December and dropped dead in front of me in January. And the paramedics came and they did all this, defibrillator on him and stuff. And it just kept saying, no electrical signal, please continue CPR, manual CPR. And they did, and they did. And after half an hour, his brain stem was dead, but his frontal cortex was working. They took him into the hospital in intensive care. Well, all the electromagnetic radiation in intensive care was just bombarding me, but he knew that I was there. So I would lie beside him, even, the last day of his life. They had me in intensive care. They had me lie down in the bed beside him. And I would sing this song that he used to sing me. It kind of went like, I'll be loving you always, with a love so true, always, not for just an hour, not for just a day, but always. Anyway, so I'd sing him this song, and his heartbeat was the only thing that he could control. So it would go from 68 beats a minute up to 78 beats a minute. So his heart would speed up because he knew I was there. I didn't care. I didn't care about what that electromagnetic radiation was doing to me. But by the end of it, after 4 days, because they kept him alive for 4 days so that they could harvest his organs and donate those to people that needed them. He never smoked or drank, and he was in great health. I really aged again. Okay, both of those traumas aged me incredibly. I'm 60 years of age. So having gone through menopause ages ago and all that stuff, your skin changes. Things change for you. I really, really noticed the aging. So I'd had 2 strikes against me. And I found out about this skin technology that started reversing the aging process. And I mean, it was just like this roll-on deodorant that I started rolling on, and I couldn't believe the changes that were happening. And I made my own personal home care products. I even had a little module on in this course, online course that I had, that was all about cosmetic chemicals to avoid. Well, it was really interesting because of the fact that this stuff worked. I went to Miami and I was at this program, this event in Miami, and these friends from Toronto that hadn't seen me for 6 years, they came running up and they said, "Oh my God, Alison, I know you're a health nut and everything, but you look younger than you looked 6 years ago." I tell you, that just made my day. I was like, really, this stuff works, okay? It just works. And I love it because really what it's doing is it's creating an environment for my body to do what it does best. It's stopping transepidermal water loss, and it's making it possible for my body to do its own repair work. One of the things I want to get clear from the very beginning, okay, at the very get-go, we do not say that this heals, treats, or cures any conditions, okay? This is sold as a cosmetic. It's not sold as a pharmaceutical. We have to be compliant. But that said, the results speak for themselves. So what I want to do is I want to show you a demonstration done by a makeup artist. Makeup artists are loving this, okay, because it's water-based. These products are water-based. So they can do spray painting and anything else that they want over it. I guess it's not airbrushing, not spray painting. Anyway, you can tell how much I'm into makeup and stuff. And I'm not a product girl, but I got to tell you, I love having healthy skin. It's the largest organ in your body, and it's really important, okay? It's your first immune system defense. And when I was electromagnetically hypersensitive, incidentally, I am 95% better now, which is just incredible. It's taken me 4 years and thousands of dollars to put into this. But one of the products is a serum called Rejuvenating Barrier. And when I put that on my skin, first of all, it protects me from the computer screen. It protects me from artificial lighting. But also, when I used to go out to big box stores and stuff like that, and banking and so on, where there was fluorescent lighting and stuff, my skin would start to prickle. It would feel just horrible. I noticed that when I used that the world's only daytime barrier, it felt fantastic. I didn't have that experience at all. So anyway, all of this was happening, right? The de-aging, the pro-youthing, whatever you want to call it. You know, I don't like the word anti-aging, but that was happening. And then a year ago last May, I had this terrible fall. I did a face plant on a steep, steep, steep hill. It was like, oh my God. Usually I kind of slalom zigzag, but there was a car coming up and I couldn't judge his speed, so I had to go straight down. Well, I waved to him as I went by, and then I just like zagged in back of him. I caught my foot on the tiniest little pothole. I went flying, did this face plant, split my jaw open, fractured it, dislocated it, knocked out 3 molars. I still have one missing here. It's like my bag lady look. But anyway, I rebuilt the other 2, and I dislocated my shoulder. While it was dislocated, I fractured it. And I have these long shards of bone in there that they thought they'd have to replace the shoulder or put in pins and stuff, and there'd be a lot of nerve damage. Well, ta-da, I did it on my own. But then also, I fractured my sternum, a couple of ribs. Well, I had all these gouges because I I went like a sack of potatoes. So you'd expect it here. But I also had it in the back of my hands too. Big, huge rips and gouges right out. And so anyway, even though there's stuff, it says, don't roll it on open wounds or whatever, I went right ahead and did it because it was designed originally for people that had bed sores and skin cancer and burn victims and so on. So anyway, I thought, oh, well, I'm going to try it. I rolled it on, stung like crazy, as it disinfected, but I don't have any scarring. You literally can't even see where it happened on my chin. Okay. And I had like split in my eyebrow, above my lip, and my hands. And not only that, but the thing that happened with my hands was that the age spots disappeared. And I have really kind of skinny, veiny hands and stuff. Well, the skin is getting thicker on my hands. It's like everything's getting better. So anyway, while initially I thought that this was kind of superficial, okay, vanity, and I admit I liked looking younger, but I also it was a real eye-opener. So let's watch the video about the products, okay?
As a makeup artist, over the years, I've been asked a gazillion times on what the best skincare is, and I've never had an answer. So many options and, so many variables. The truth of the matter is, as a makeup artist, we cannot change the texture of somebody's skin. So in terms of giving an answer, I've never had one until now. So what is Skincerity and how does it work? It is a little bit different. It's not a cream, it's not a serum. It's probably unlike anything you've ever seen before. It's a nighttime breathable mask that you roll on your face before you go to bed. You set it, you forget it, you wake up, you rinse it off. How does it work? It literally traps the body's own moisture. So when we sleep at night, we lose moisture from our skin to the tune of about 60%. This is the first technology for skin that has ever trapped the body's own moisture. So what is Skincerity? Here it is, magic in a bottle. Rollerball technology. This mask rolls through here, goes onto your skin and effectively creates a second skin. Basically tricking the skin into thinking that the skin on top is perfectly healthy. So if you do have a damage at the surface of skin, whether it is acne, rosacea, eczema, stretch marks, a scar, a cut, let's work with a cut. You'll have a damage at the surface of skin. Basically the skin then, the signaling systems withdraw moisture. That's why you would get a scab. Instead, if you roll Skincerity over the top, the skin recognizes it as healthy skin and in turn rushes moisture to that area, repairing and rejuvenating itself. Therein lies the magic. It obviously works with wrinkles, pores, skin texture, but so many other skin conditions can be helped with the use of Skincerity. The mask is inert, literally sitting on top of the body's skin. The only ingredients that are going into your body are vitamin E and grapeseed oil, which are the most awesome antioxidants for skin. Here is a picture of Phyllis Siegel's hands. Phyllis is the inventor of the product and has been rolling one hand and not the other for 8 years. The product was originally developed to be a drug delivery system to be used in US hospitals. It would deliver antibiotics to anyone with a wound, keeping the medication in touch with the wound. Now, it was drip-fed millions of dollars over a period of 10 years from the National Institute of Health. If you don't know what that is, it's pretty huge. Really hard to get that kind of funding. It only happens if the product is safe and it works. So, Phyllis had an accident. She ended up with some unsightly scarring and she was told by her surgeon that vitamin E would reduce the scarring. That was messy, so she cleverly went to the lab and said, hey, antibiotics out, antioxidants in, and the accidental discovery was made. The scarring, 6 months later, was nowhere to be seen and one hand looked markedly younger than the other. It was easy to fall in love with Skincerity. In actual fact, that was the only product I used for some time and I got great results. But the wow came when I used the entire Skincerity system. It's got a very small but complementary product system around the breathable barrier technology. So we have the advanced exfoliator. This is applied to dry skin. It's a gel and it's really effective at removing all of those impurities that are buried deep in your skin. Men love it. It's wonderful for acne and rosacea. Very small component of glycolic acid, but it's jam-packed full of really nourishing ingredients like sea kelp, aloe. It's super, super gentle. You can use it daily. Peptide Plus. This is a wonderful, wonderful formulation that is oil-free, fragrance-free, and can be used night and day. Anything you use underneath Skincerity will be amplified by 40%, making these products work harder for you. Peptides are anti-aging gold. They're the structural proteins that help create collagen within our skin. IFX3. This is a really cool product because it actually targets lines, puffiness, and darkness in one product. It has an ingredient that I refer to as nature's Botox, arginine. It basically slows down the snapping of our muscles and does wonders for that really thin, fragile skin around our eyes. Rejuvenating barrier. This is wonderful. The makeup artists in Queensland love this product simply because it creates this wonderful barrier between your skincare and whatever you put on top of it. So wonderful as a primer for makeup, awesome under sunscreen. It also has an ingredient called lutein, which blocks artificial light, which can be as damaging for your skin as the sun. Body Silk. This is head to toe conditioning. You can use this in your hair, you can use it on your cuticles, dry elbows, cracked heels. With your hair, it's got argan oil in it, so you can put it in when it's wet or it's dry. It'll create thermal heat protection. Wonderful for curly hair. Apparently, a lot of people are saying it's thickening their hair and creating beautiful shine. You can use it from head to toe and it absolutely feels so beautiful and luxurious. Skincerity can help with so many different skin conditions, and here we have a series of before and afters of people who have benefited from our products. So that is our Nucerity product range. It's changing the way people feel about their skin. I would encourage you to use all the products consistently for 90 days. Take a before photo. I know you'll be thrilled with the result.
Now let's take a look at Elite. Elite is an amazing superfood wellness drink.
I want to take a minute to talk about menopause and the potential for Elite to help with that. So menopause is not something we talk about, and I say that with all of my patients, but it's particularly important to talk about because it tends to be a massive change in our system. So many people are aware of the traditional effects of menopause, the hot flashes, the lack of sleep, difficulty sometimes with emotions, those types of things. Then there's some lesser known or less discussed effects of having no estrogen in our body, including loss of bone mass being a large one. So cortisol actually plays a role in this, which is why it's very exciting to see something come out that is helpful in helping to regulate our cortisol. During our regular cycle, when we're having menstrual cycles and having normal hormone release from the body, that's being released largely from our ovaries. However, we also have something called our adrenal glands that help release hormones into our body, and they sit sort of like little hats on top of our kidneys, and that's where our cortisol mostly comes from. Hormones are also released from other places in your body, specifically your ovaries for women, throughout most of their life until they reach menopause. Unfortunately, once your adrenals have been pumping out huge amounts of cortisol for years and years and years, they actually start to get tired, and you get something called adrenal fatigue, which often we're pretty good at regulating that and helping with that and offsetting that while we have a full plethora of hormones in our bodies. However, once we hit menopause, we don't have hormones coming from a lot of other places, so our adrenal glands become more important because that becomes a source of hormones for us. So if our cortisol has been unregulated and then it makes our adrenal glands somewhat sluggish, the ability for those hormones to help with some of the side effects of menopause are quite limited. Now, we still have a huge decreasing amount of estrogen. However, by helping our cortisol come down, we can hopefully help some of the unpleasant side effects of menopause. Now, some of the side effects that we don't talk about, and one that Elite helps with specifically, is about the absorption of calcium. So without the protective benefit of estrogen in our system, menopausal women start to break down bone faster than they are making it. Although we can't completely make that untrue. We can't have you building bone faster than we break it down. We can't reverse that. We can make sure that there's enough calcium in your system so that you're making as much bone as will allow. So Elite actually helps with the absorption of calcium to ensure that there's maximal calcium in your system to help create an optimal environment for that calcium to create healthy bone, which is important as we age gracefully, I like to say. So I hope this has been helpful in understanding why Elite can be helpful to the menopausal woman, including helping regulate our cortisol to get our adrenals functioning as well as possible so we can cope with some of the unpleasant side effects of having less hormone in our body, and as well as protecting us a little bit from that bone loss that occurs with menopause. I wanted to just take a brief chance to talk about something that I think is amazing as a side effect of Elite, and that is helping us sleep. Sleep is so important and something that I see so many people in office for not being able to sleep, whether it's them, whether it's their kids. And sleep is vital. Sleep is when we repair. Sleep is when learning gets integrated. Sleep is when our body gets its most therapeutic rest. And unfortunately, with technology and the fast pace of life and that elevated cortisol levels that we have, our sleep is being affected. So what's really important to understand is cortisol and melatonin have an inverse relationship. So the higher your cortisol is, often the lower your melatonin is. And that's really important because melatonin helps our body calm down and go into a restful sleep. So if we have chronically elevated cortisol, our melatonin is chronically depressed, which leads to difficulties with us sleeping. One of the benefits of Elite is with the ashwagandha about helping bring that cortisol level down and helping your body regulate that a little bit more. And with the adaptogen application, your cortisol level gets to come down as your melatonin starts to come up. And that natural cycle then comes back to life more or less and helps you sleep. It's not necessarily foolproof. We still have lots of factors that help us sleep or impact our sleep, such as using technology and that blue light within 2 hours of going to bed, caffeine, as well as our tech devices, which everyone knows they tend to be no more than an arm's reach away most of the time, including when you're sleeping. What's interesting is often we advise people to increase their melatonin or supplement their melatonin in order to help them fall asleep. A study was released earlier this year showing that melatonin doesn't cross the blood-brain barrier very well. So you can supplement all as you want, but the ability of that melatonin from an exogenous source to get into your brain and help you get that deep, restful sleep is fairly minimal. The unique thing about Elite and the adaptogens in Elite is it helps your body produce and use its own melatonin, which is readily available for the brain to help calm it and put it to sleep. So once again, I thought I'd just take a few minutes to explain why Elite helps us sleep and why it can be better than supplementing our melatonin in the long run.
Wow. I hope you guys found that pretty darn incredible because I got to tell you, I do. This is truly an astronomical technology. It really is amazing. You know what's even cooler? This weekend they have free shipping if you want to try these products. You have to be in specific countries, okay? It's not in every country. So it's in Canada, it's in the United States, it's in Australia, it's in Mexico, it's in the UK, it's in Ireland, and New Zealand as well. So if you're in any of those countries, you can take advantage of this. You can try these, and it's free shipping this weekend. I know, it's just like incredible. So it's free shipping this weekend. And on top of that, anybody that takes action and decides that, yes, I am going to order, you can contact me. Email me at skinloveforyou@gmail.com. So you can email me and I will send you a gift. And the gift will be a $10 gift certificate towards the products. You will have your own gift certificate that I'll send to you via email. When you order, you plug in that gift certificate, or you can apply that to your next order if you're anxious to just get started right away. This is a phenomenal, phenomenal skin technology. It can change everything. And in terms of the elite drink, I have been over the moon. I have just been astounded by the effects that that has been having. Now, that's not available in every country. So you're going to have to check and see. In terms of my shoulder and the pain, the pain that I was feeling and stiffness that I was feeling in my shoulder, that's all gone. My mood is so much better. It's unbelievable. And, the astaxanthin in it, which is one of the ingredients, and there's 5 superfoods, and they all work together in synergy. It's truly astounding what they do. They like make each other more powerful by combining them. Of course, it's great for your skin. It's doing your skin from the inside out. But it's also lowering your cortisol level. And the astaxanthin is like this little sponge, and it can go through the blood-brain barrier and the eye-retina barrier, so it's improving your eyesight in the way that lutein and zeaxanthin can't. But it's also going into your brain, and it's kind of like sucking up heavy metals and radiation and things like that. I attribute that. Now, again, let me reiterate, I cannot make health claims. Okay, I cannot say it heals, treats, or cures any condition, but I can say this, that it really made a big difference for my EHS, for my electromagnetic hypersensitivity condition, big time. I know that Dr. Mercola and so on talks about taking astaxanthin if you're going to fly because the radiation when you're up high is so strong. I just think that it's truly astounding. It has amazed me. The benefits, I can't even begin to tell you. And if you want, when you email me, I can definitely tell you more about this. There's another part too that I haven't even mentioned. You can create an income with this. So you can get your products paid for and you can actually create an income. Let's watch this quick video on that.
Hi, I'm Ashley Cunningham and I'm so excited to share with you an opportunity that comes along with using our Nucerity products. Now, I started using the products about 2.5 years ago, and very quickly I saw great results on my own skin, but also the skin of my clients, because at the time I was a busy makeup artist in the TV and film industry. Now, I fell in love with the products pretty quickly, but what really surprised me was how much I fell in love with the opportunity that came with it, and how it started changing my life and other people around me as well. Now, at the time I was working as a makeup artist, and some of you may relate to this. It is shift work, it was long hours, it was outside of school day hours, and I'm a solo parent to a 5-year-old, so things became very tricky. Now, what I found with this opportunity is it's given me time freedom, and what it's enabled me to do is what I've always wanted since the day my child was born, which was to put her in my focus and put her as number one. So time freedom is what this can give you, but maybe you're looking for, maybe you want to travel more, or you just want to contribute to your household, or maybe you need to study and create some income. That's the beauty of this opportunity. It'll give you what you want. Maybe you just want enough income so your products are free, and once you fall in love with them, you'll never want to stop using them, or just to supplement your current income, or like me, replace it completely. So how does this business model actually work? Well, you use the products, you love the products, you share the products. It's that simple. It's the most powerful form of marketing that there is. Word of mouth, people-to-people marketing, or as I like to call it, social marketing. And it's something that we do naturally as humans anyway. We like to share what we love. Maybe your favorite restaurant, a favorite movie that you've just seen. It's just that usually you don't get thanked for that referral, or you don't get paid for it. But with Nucerity, you do. So if you introduce any of our products to your family or friends or colleagues, Nucerity will thank you for that. Now, they don't market in any of the traditional ways. We don't do billboard advertising, TV advertising, or magazine advertising. So all those marketing dollars are actually shared amongst all the Nucerity members. So what is residual income? Well, residual income is when you take action once and you get paid for it over and over again. So if you've shared products with a friend of yours, she falls in love with them, she keeps ordering them. You keep getting rewarded as well. Now, in my previous job, if I wasn't working, I was not being paid. So no sick pay, no holiday pay. But now I get paid every single week. I might be on holiday, I might be sleeping, I'm still getting paid. And most importantly, I'm getting paid when I am spending time with my child. So I really feel like I've got some control over my destiny, and that's a really powerful feeling. So there are a few key things you need to consider when you're partnering with a company like Nucerity. That's the company itself, the products, and their pay plan. So I want to just sort of explain why I think you've hit the trifecta with Nucerity. So the company, it has been an amazing company to be part of the last 2.5 years. It was founded by 3 gentlemen who I've had the pleasure of meeting, and their motto is love, respect, and partnership. They've been partnered for 30 years, and they truly live by that, and every business decision they make considers that, and that filters down through all of us. Now, that partnership has seen them have many global successes, which has left Nucerity in a position where we are debt-free, which is an amazing position to be in. And also the age of the company is important to consider. We're in our 7th year now, so we're past that early years, 1 to 3, where some companies might fold. We're well established now, and we're just about to hit that massive momentum. So it's actually perfect timing to partner with Nucerity. The second thing is the products. Now, it's very important to know that the products are unique, that they're consumable, that once you start using them, that you want to use them again and again and again, and that they actually work. That is so important. So I had great confidence in all of these products, that they do all of those 3 things, and you can't get them anywhere else. We have the worldwide rights to all of our products. The third thing I needed to be confident about was the pay plan. Now, this pay plan, we're paid 10 different ways, and it's very generous. Now, if you're comparing it to a traditional business, say a franchise, the outlay to even start that is incredible and out of reach for most people. But the buy-in into Nucerity is very low, so it's accessible to everybody. And your only ongoing cost is the equivalent to about 2 products a month that you're going to want to use anyway. So it's a consumption-based model. You get paid on what you use and on what everyone else uses as well. It really is quite incredible because you can build a global business. We're open in 17 countries, but that's all you ever need to consume yourself is 2 products, and you'll want them. So it really is a trifecta. The company, the products, and the pay plan. They certainly have it all covered. There is one thing that I wasn't expecting, and that was the community and the culture. It really is a pay it forward culture that we have in Nucerity. In order for you to succeed, you need to see each other succeed, other people, and help them succeed as well. I've never been involved in anything where I've been given so much help, and you'll get that as well. We're partnered with CARE. That's an organisation where we help women and children in poverty-stricken areas, and that again, it's that ethos of paying it forward. So thank you so much for listening in. I really encourage you to open your mind and open your heart to the possibilities of what this could do for you. This will probably be a different business model that you've ever heard of. It certainly was for me. And maybe it's the first time you've heard of Sincerity, but it definitely won't be the last time you've heard of Sincerity and all of our products, because this is an amazing time to partner with Nucerity, and I'll be forever grateful to the friend that did offer me that bottle 2.5 years ago, and it has changed the course of my life, and I hope it can do the same for yours.
Isn't that incredible? And the thing that amazed me the most is that in my particular circumstance, okay, when my soulmate dropped dead and I was electromagnetically hypersensitive, let's face it, I'm 60 years old. I have a functional disability. I can't go out in society and do half the things I used to do. What are my choices? You know, how am I going to support myself and survive without a plan B, so to speak? well, I knew I needed to do something, and this was a great opportunity for me. So that's available for you too. If you want, contact me. We can definitely talk about that because the team that I'm building is truly amazing, astounding professionals, a lot of doctors and uh, estheticians and so on, people that really know skin and recognize skin, but also people that have an empty nest now. They want to have something to do, or they've fallen in love with the products and they'd like to have them paid for. They like to be around a lot of upbeat people. They want to lock arms with me and have a PhD in self-development that pays you with products at the same time. So it's kind of cool. So there are all those options. But again, this weekend, you're going to want to act fast because this weekend is free shipping. Okay, that is really, really important to be able to tap into that now. If you do not like the products, you don't risk anything because you have a 30-day money-back guarantee. There's no risk. There is nothing at all to lose, which I absolutely love. And not only that, but this company has made 8 different changes in the business model, in the compensation plan, in the way that we get paid. And every single one of those changes has been in favor of the customer or in favor of us who are working with this. And this is another thing that just truly astounds and amazes me, because now you can purchase products on the customer loyalty website and you can get this, you can purchase them for the exact same price as the wholesale customer, as the wholesale distributor would purchase them for. Okay, so you get to take advantage of the wholesale price. And not only that, but if you set yourself up with an auto shipment, which you can skip, okay, you don't even have to have it every single month. You can skip it if you don't need product, no worries, just skip it. You can change the date on it or whatever, but if you are in that, every single product that you purchase, every time you purchase, you're going to get points, these loyalty points. And the loyalty points are phenomenal because after 7 orders, like 7 products that you've ordered, right? You get a free product of your choice, whatever it is that you want to order. And I have a girlfriend in Toronto that's been working with me for many, many, many years. She's an absolute angel. And she's been ordering a combination package of these products. So she's been ordering this combination package and she collected up all kinds of points. Well, we went ahead and ordered her 5 boxes of Elite. It was like amazing because now she's got like 5 months of having this incredible, incredible superfood drink for nothing. I mean, it's just astounding. So really and truly, you're going to want to take advantage of this. And I just wanted to make this quick webinar for you. And remember, contact me. This is so absolutely astronomical. And I will give you a gift certificate and we can even work together. I can work together with you to order and stuff. And if you want to work with me and lock arms with me and create a beautiful life, we can do that too. I'm not going to keep you any longer. I really, really, really appreciate you being here with me. This is my thrill. It's my thrill to share this information with you because this information is big, really, really big. You're going to love it. Anyway, talk to you soon. Bye.